Why is God invisible? Many people get very confused, and those who have a rational mind will say, well, how can you possibly worship an invisible God? And they think about God in human terms. You have to understand that. Now, the reason why God is invisible is because He is limitless. You have to remember that only that which is limitless can be formless. Because as soon as something has a form, it is limited by the dimensions of that form. But when you are limitless, you are formless. And when you are formless, you are invisible. It's as simple as that. And reflections of this are there in the physical dimension. For instance, your consciousness, it's invisible. Your consciousness also doesn't have a form. Your mind is invisible. Space doesn't have a form. It's invisible. Silence doesn't have a form. Zero, we have given it a form, but actually zero has no form, it is formless. But it is the source of all forms, because from zero you have negative infinity and positive infinity, and when you add the two together, you are back to zero. And so those who have experienced God and the source of God, they will tell you that the source of God is the absolute zero, which is how Buddha defined the source of God. Antim Shunya, the ultimate zero, the absolute zero. Now, nothing is the source of everything. People say, well, how can that be? Well, there are reflections of that on earth. Silence is the source of all sound. All sound arises in silence, is sustained by silence, and then when it ends its life cycle, it gets reabsorbed in silence. Light, which has got no color, is the source of all color. Everything that is there in the physical dimension is either a reflection, a deflection, a refraction, or an imitation of that which is in the invisible. And nothing can happen in the physical dimension till it first happens in the invisible dimension. And you have experienced that in your own life, because your mind is invisible, your thoughts are invisible, and they arise in your invisible mind and consciousness. And it is the thoughts that are the source of your words and your actions. So it is the invisible. In your own life experience, you can see that it is your invisible consciousness, invisible mind, invisible thoughts that are the source of all your visible words and actions. So remember that it is the invisible that is the source of the visible, and it is also the repository of the visible.